What up? What up? Jam Jam. What up, y'all? Welcome back. We're going to jump into it pretty quickly. We have some direction. I had the wonderful privilege of being able to sync up with Charles, the lead Viper dev, gave me some feedback, left a little review, and we scrapped everything that we did over the last few streams, and we're gonna refactor everything. He's very minimalist and has given me some great feedback. We did 2 peer coding sessions. Sorry, they were off stream over the last couple days. Gave a bunch of help, but I'm feeling really good about where we are, and we're gonna jump back into it. And I optimistically, we could be like good with like a super minimalist MVP by the end of the week. Maybe. Fingers crossed. No promises though. What up? Start building dApps live? I would, but I'm busy with this right now. What's up, Samir? What's up, Mohammed? Pro businessman, good to see you again. Balamura Ugan. I'm so sorry, I butchered that name. But what up? Welcome to the stream. And as always, before we get started, happy to answer some questions here. If you guys have some questions, please share the roadmap for blockchain development if someone is in Start and have basic knowledge about programming like C++. You want the roadmap? I got you. Let me show you right now. So Cypher and Updraft was created with the mindset of, what do I need somebody to have knowledge-wise in order to potentially hire them, right? What do I need them to have, and what do we want the Web3 community overall to have? So if you're on Cypher and Updraft, you go through blockchain basics, Solidity development, Foundry fundamentals, and then advanced Foundry. And that is the absolute floor. For people that I would actually care about hiring for Cypher, for like a smart contract developer, 100%, we would need all of these as well, everything in the advanced section. And then the biggest thing is looking at your GitHub repo. And that's where we gotta get into specializations. If you want to become a smart contract developer, you need all this stuff, and then you need your GitHub repo to be banger. You need to have some really cool projects that you've done on your GitHub, proving that you know what the hell you're talking about. If you want to get to security, same thing, highly recommend going through everything in advanced. You will also become a decent developer. There are a lot of security researchers who are not good developers, and that's fine. You can take that shortcut, but for 90% of you, you're probably not good enough to take the shortcut. Sorry, them's just the facts. So that's the curriculum right here. And then how do you go from curriculum to job? Well, this is actually why we made CodeHawks. This is your report card of, here is some proof that I'm actually good at what I'm doing. So if you perform well in these competitive audits, that is proof to a hirer, an employer, hey, this person can actually find bugs in a competitive environment, and this is your report card. So that is the roadmap for either developer or security researcher. Hey, please don't spam the chat, Diva, otherwise I'll put you in timeout, my friend. What up, Doak? Roadmap for Solidity, that's it right here. Boom. All of this, then start going to hackathons and applying to jobs. Keep building projects, keep pushing, trying to do cooler and cooler stuff. Samir, yep, I have seen you on Twitter. Welcome to the stream. Please add certs for Cypher and Updraft. It is on our to-do list, but no promises. What is the future of Web3 developers? What kind of projects will be good for such a profile? This is a great question. My answer to you here is like whatever's popping. Whatever's cool. Oh, also, clip that. I'm like using a new tool that's supposed to like automatically take clips from my streams, but I don't know how good it is. Clip that. What is the future of Web3 developers? What kind of projects will be good for such a profile? Yeah. So DeFi stuff is always really cool. I mean, it depends on what do you want to get into, right? If you want to get into DeFi, probably should do DeFi. If you want to do NFTs, make some really cool NFTs. stable coins. There's a lot of the newer stuff that's coming out recently that's much harder, kind of like restaking platforms, or even like launching kind of niche layer 2s with different kind of implications. Really interesting. Bridging applications, cross-chain applications with like Chainlink CCIP or real-world assets, RWAs. There's a lot of kind of crazy, cool, cutting-edge stuff coming out, and the world's your oyster. Really, here's the rule of thumb. If you think it's dope, it's dope. That's it. If you think an app is cool, build it. Most startups right now in India don't care about how decentralized a smart contract is. They focus more on Web 2. Yeah, well, how many of those blockchain startups are doing well? So, I mean, Web 2 companies can do Web 2 companies. That's great. If you're a Web 3 company, you're probably not doing that great if you're super centralized. I wrote my exam, but while writing it, I was thinking about smart contract auditing. Why? Because you're Web 3 pilled. Bro, I think you teached everything. It's time to start a project series on YouTube. I have not taught everything. I've not taught everything. There's a ton of stuff I haven't taught. And a project series on YouTube, I actually think will be less beneficial than you think it would be. What I really think would be beneficial is if you made projects and then interacted with the community. Because me doing projects, it's very difficult for. So in Cypher and Updraft, we do project-based learning, which is great. But there comes a point where one more project isn't going to get you that much better, and you just have to go out and build stuff yourself. Can I drop you a DM on Twitter or Discord? Is there some career doubts I want to ask you? Feel free to ask publicly. I don't do DMs for like career advice. I have zero knowledge on programming. What's the best language to start off to study when I want to become a blockchain programmer? I'm sorry, this asked many times. Yeah, it's asked many times, but it's kind of the common question. Solidity, for sure. So back to here. If you want to get into Web3, this is it. This is your roadmap. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then pause here for a bit, maybe do some hackathons. This will be a lot by itself. This right here is like 40 hours of video, which will take you a few months. This is an additional like 35, 40 hours, right? And so this will take you a few more months. Pace yourself, have fun, but this is it right here. Solidity for sure if you're trying to get into a blockchain. And this is designed for people who have zero programming experience. So it's all good. Additionally, with all the AI models that are out now, getting into this is like, now is like the best time. Patrick, what about DeFi and ZK? Hell yeah, absolutely, Rashid. Anfro, yes, it would be cool to have a poly market for real estate prices, and then you could tokenize it. Yeah, that sounds awesome. What do you think is the most important thing that you want to teach next? More security, to be honest. Like, we still suck. Probably Web 2 security as well. Before I go deep into that, though, I want to do more Python just because we need to onboard more Web 2 developers. Web 2 developers use Python. And Python is kind of this dominant language for AI models, and it's a shame to me that we as like a Web3 community are kind of ignoring the second most popular programming language in all of developing. I think it helps Cypher and refer someone who completed an entire course. What do you mean? Hey Patrick, I just got stuck in this installing Satora. Should definitely make some issues in the repo. Definitely jump into the discussions. We have people watching the discussions. Yep, no problem. What do you think about the recent Wazuric hack? I mean, basically the TLDR is that's why I want to get deeper into Web 2 security stuff, because we're getting hacked more and more by traditional means. Lazarus Group is realizing that hacking smart contracts is getting harder and harder. So why don't just hack them the normal way? Just tagged you in the GitHub discussions. Great. Basically wasted first 2 years of my college. I know C++, HTML, CSS, JS now. So Samir, you definitely didn't waste your first 2 years of college if that's what you've learned. That is phenomenal. I promise you, now that you have that baseline of knowledge, learning new stuff will be easier. They've done studies where, and this is kind of bizarre, the more you know about like an area or an industry or a type of expertise, the easier it is to learn, which sounds like, oh yeah, dude, obviously, Patrick, the more I know, the easier it is to learn. But no, like the more you understand just software engineering in general, even if it's from a different language, the better at any languages you'll be. Your first language will be really, really hard to pick up. Your second language will be hard to pick up, but like a little bit easier. Your third language will still be hard to pick up, but like a little bit easier. And by your sixth language, it gets really easy, or your seventh language. So you did not waste, I would disagree. I do not think you waste your time. That's actually fantastic. Now I am very interested in Web3 and been doing your course currently on the Foundry Lottery product. What advice would you give me? Keep going, pace yourself, keep having fun. Absolutely. Hey Patrick, what if I need to verify ZK proof on chain? Which tools would you use? Probably more traditional math, like off-chain JavaScript tooling. Oh, I need to verify the proof on chain. This is on my to-do list to make some curriculum on. There are some like Circom to Solidity hard hat plugins that you can use that are quite good. I forget the name of them now, but yeah, look up like Circom hard hat extensions or plugins. They're quite good. Could you please put Slate on dApps testing from a front end point of view? It's on my to-do list. Sorry, not right now. Hi Patrick, is it more worthwhile to focus on developing blockchain protocols? All right, I answered 3 more questions and then I'm gonna jump in. Hi Patrick, is it more worthwhile to focus on developing blockchain protocols like those using Substrate or on creating dApps and applications on existing blockchains? What advice would you give? It's up to you, Mohammed. Like honestly, it's up to you. From my perspective, building the applications is more interesting, especially now where we have so many, in my opinion, so many like different layer 2s or blockchains, all kind of competing to like be the next, blockchain everyone uses. And they're all pretty similar or not different enough. So I would say to me, there's not enough apps. Why not Solana? It's just a matter of bandwidth. I'm one man. I haven't had time. That's kind of the biggest thing. Thanks, man. I think I need to hear that. Hell yeah, Samir. Yeah, dude. I would strongly disagree with you saying, hey, I wasted time. Learning even a little bit is going to make learning even a little bit about a subject is going to make learning something slightly related to that subject phenomenally easier. Most of the blockchain companies use EIP 1155 for tokenizing real-world assets. Is it a novel solution? Real-world assets are hard. They're very difficult. They're definitely very difficult. All right, last question. Hey, Patrick, how can I take notes and remember all these things with practice? Can you please tell? Yeah. Well, what I like to do is whenever I have questions, I post it on Stack Overflow. That way, the next time I forget the answer to the question, when I Google it, it'll show up. But definitely, when I was first learning, I had like a whole notes folder, a whole notes file that I would just refer back to over and over again. And I would keep using that to refer to stuff and type and take notes. I would definitely push all my code to GitHub so I could refer to my own code later and understand why something is doing something. And now that AI is a thing, that also makes life so much easier to kind of take notes and remember how to do stuff, because you can ask AI for a lot of help on a lot of things. It's still bad at a lot of stuff, but you can ask it for help still. All right, I'm jumping in. I need a code. I need to get some stuff done today. If you have questions, feel free to let them rip, and I'll answer after our Pomodoro. I'm gonna turn the lights down because they're blinding me. I'm gonna flip on over to our VS Code. And first thing that we want to do is we're gonna look at Charles's feedback. We moved Gaboon over to the Viperlang org, and we'll see if it makes sense to leave there. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna start my Pomodoro timer. Minimize the chat. Feel free to keep asking questions. I'll get to chat in a little bit. Thank you all so much for being with me today, and hope you're having a phenomenal Wednesday. All right. So Charles gave us a lot of feedback on our new code base. Let's go through it. Review, probably better. Oh, did he pull? Okay, cool. He put all the notes directly in here. Great. So I can just stay in here, I think. Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ, he left so many review notes. Thank you, Charles, for all these review notes. And I actually need to reset up my environment first before I sync. I don't love it when VS Code does this for me, but I do want to switch to this. Is this the wrong? No, okay, cool. There we go. And then for my test, this should work now. I'm pulling up chat while this is running. All this time. Am I continuing your Solidity course 2023 part 3? Is it required to see 2024 too? Solidity course part 3 is very similar to the 2024, so just keep it up. What's the best practice to test Rust smart contracts? Longer answer outside of the scope of the stream. Oh, hi. Oh, what up, Equius? Sorry, I didn't give you a heads up. What up, Vijay? You don't interact with Solana Network? Yeah, I do. Actually, I have a lot of stuff on Solana Network. I do most of the stuff on like EVM networks though. Does i37th gen with 512 gigabyte SSD is enough for learning and practice smart contracts? Yeah, probably. That sounds great. Okay, cool. Back to clickety clacking. Okay, review. Probably unnecessary equal implementation here. You're not gonna need it. Is it? Well, I want to keep it. Fine, we'll get rid of it, Charles. Why so many aliases for name? Because, Charles. Because I'm dumb and I want it. That's why. Review. Should the caller scope into networks instead of doing it here? Should the caller scope into networks instead of doing it? Oh, so he's saying, so we're doing like config.networks. He's saying, should the caller scope into networks? Should the caller scope into networks instead of doing it here? I don't know what you're talking about, Charles. Review. Weird semantics of extra data. Network CTOR accepts none. What is CTOR again? Oh, constructor. Network constructor accepts none extra data, but here it is always passed at a minimum. Let's see. Should I do? That's a good point, Charles. Should I? You know what? Let's do that. That's a good point. Okay. Review. This is never reachable because the attribute is already set in the constructor. This is never reachable because the attribute is already set in the constructor. Set attribute. This makes sense. Yep. Review. Use case for this. I think you're not going to need it. Okay, fine. Use case for this. I think you're not going to need it. I want it. Again, active network. Style else is not necessary because the first half of the branch fast paths out. Yes, you're right. Good shout, Charles. Review. I think it would be better to delegate to boa.setEnv. I think the usage would be like boa.setEnv from network. Ooh. Otherwise, it is too confusing where Gaboon ends and boa starts. I see. This would mean boa would. Would I have to override boa then if he wants to do this? I'm gonna leave his comment in here and come back to it. View, I think the check if member exists yet should be hidden as a network method. Like network.get or creating should be hidden as a network method. I think the check if get or create. Yes. I like that a lot, actually. That makes a lot of sense. Def get or create. V self. What's this? And then we're gonna do this. Oops. If self. If self.networkenv, oh, that's set env to itself. Networkenv, else self.create returns a networkenv. So I should have this return. Yeah, return. Would since it fast paths out. Do this. Does this return a? Yeah, okay. So then I can do new env type network env self.creating v boa.setting new env return new env get or creating v. Yes. Okay, so now here, set active network. We can do env to set. Let's see, we type network v equals getter create env self. And then just do set this, I think, right? Yeah. Self to do here. Okay, review. Rename to project root. Otherwise, it could be confused with the operating system root. Good point. View. Make this an at property. Def root path self. At property turn self. Yes. What do we call it? Yeah, okay. Review. Not sure what use case is for this. The product root, which does not contain Gaboon.toml, will probably break as soon as we try to do anything which needs the config. Review. Nice. Wow. He said review nice. Oh, this is actually so funny. He said review nice. But like this is the code like he gave me. So he's like saying his own code is nice. I think that's funny. Maybe I'm the only one. Wow, this chunk of code you implemented is so nice. Because you told me to implement it, Charles. I'm gonna delete this comment because I want to keep it review. This case is handled in the iteration. So handling this case is not necessary. That makes sense. Review, I think this should actually be the first case handled, as Gaboon.toml and the OS root is probably a bug. Move up to the parent. Oh, okay. That I think makes sense as well. I think this should actually be the first case handled. Path. Yeah, okay. Yep, that makes sense. I'm gonna find blah blah. Cool. View. I think this might be better to delegate to what I have to do. Maybe split out the file templates into a separate file. Okay. So I have constants templates into a separate. We'll call it constants file data. Pi. Just make a folder. Constants. And then we'll call this variables. Use Titanoboa. Okay. Oh, there bars. Yeah. Bars, I guess. Constants. Okay. Constants file data. File data. Constants. And then counter. We'll take this. We'll take this. We'll take that. We'll take that. That's good. And then he said, we probably can minimize this. Is this a template get ignore for Python or something? Yeah, basically. Python.get ignore. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna leave it though. Did I break everything? Probably did, yeah. The Tanoboa can add a function to migrate from Foundry retreat, Foundry key store read only, default key stores panel. Can add a function to migrate from retreat. Let's just, okay, we'll add Foundry key stores path. Foundry. You would just make gab default config a toml string. Delete. PyVM should be built in. Built in. Delete. It will be, but I think it'll be good to show it. So I'm gonna just delete that. How do you make this a toml string? Claude, what do you think? How do I make this a toml string? Oh, he wants us to be... Oh, I think he wants me to do like... Oops. He wants me to do... Oh, shit, son of a bitch. Wants me to do like this. I kind of like it as JSON here. Okay. To do, add a -- foundry flag for wallet to use foundry stores. Okay. See where I broke my tests. Source. From Gaboon.constants import config name. Save. Oops. Oh, cool. Nice. Okay. Shit. Thought I added the .vs code in here. Did I not? Go. Okay. Review. I think we looked at this one. Yep. probably be better type safety to return a path. New project turns string. Yes. Okay. Path. Project path is path.resolve. Project path. New projects. Project, I don't have to cast this as a path. It's already a path. Project path equals path. Path. Okay, what calls? Okay. Path is going to be type path. Initialize at. Do that, I guess. Cool. Okay, review. If any of these files exist, maybe we should bail out actually. Maybe helpful to have a helper function. Write file or even do it as a dict. Write file path contents. That's a good idea. Def, right? File. Contents. Any of these file exists. If not, create files. Oh, okay. So I got to do force create folders. Force equals force. Just do this for all. So now this is going to have force bool equals false. For each folder, if folder exists. You know what? I don't like that. So what we're gonna do? No. Oh, it's already gonna. Okay, I don't need the force here actually because we already do this. We should bail out actually. It might be helpful to have. Yeah, I think this is good. Right file. Should we bail? I mean, we shouldn't bail because we. No, we're not going to bail. I don't think. Not exists. just do this. Hit ignore. Remove constants.vars file data. Other way around. Let's do override equals false, and then we'll just say if path.exists. Will this check if the file exists? Right, no, okay. Cool. Shit. Oh, this is why he wanted this to be default config. Okay. So if we go to file data, okay. Default config equals. I see. So we're gonna do networks.py EVM URL equals blank. Networks.sepolia URL equals that. Chain ID equals that. That's the whole thing. Okay. And this way, we don't even need tomlib. Here, this actually will go here. And then I can actually go to our Pi project. Do we use tomlib w anywhere else? No, we can actually dump this then. It's actually quite nice. A little quicker to do everything with that. And then we do file, the bulk config, great. File, readme, file, contest default, file, that, let's counter defaults. That is so much cleaner actually. Wow. That's so much nicer. These should probably be variables, but I think it's fine for now. If path.exists and not overwrite is if the path doesn't exist and what the hell? Hold on. If the path doesn't exist, oh my god. If the path exists if path exists is true, if the path doesn't exist, or overwrite is true. All right, Claude, I want this function to write to file contents if the file doesn't exist, or if we pass over right equals true to the function. Is the function looking correct to you? The function is close to correct, but there's a small improvement we can make to ensure it behaves as intended in all scenarios. Okay, I like this one better. Okay, it gave me a different one, but I like what we currently have. Nice. Okay, so Rye, remove Toml W. Nice. That's actually dope. Schematic's a bit weird. It means if you want to run gab run from some nested directory, the root directory will be in the syspath. To do. What is better? Also kind of weird. Okay. We give these a script a module name deploy script. Review. I wonder if there could be conflicts with another module, which is actually called deploy script. Gaboon. View, just raise an exception. Okay. Raise script path. Cannot find script. I don't need to do logger. You just raise an exception. Okay. If spec.loader is not, I don't know. Cannot find a loader for view. I think it's weird to inject BOA into the user's namespace unless the user has asked for it by having the line import BOA. That is a good point. That's a good point. Do I even need to inject BOA into their script? I think this can always be added as a feature later. No, I like it. Do I even need to do that then? Do I even need to put boa? Let's find out. Test data. Gab. Gab. Boy. What did I do? That's Claude. Python using mutable objects as default values for function parameters or class attributes can lead to unexpected behaviors. This is because the default value is created once when the function or class is defined, not each time it's called. It's because the default value is created once when the function or class is defined. You should use the default factory instead. Okay, I got it. I get it. Field. Why do I have as tuple? Get a class. FILD. Got it. Makes sense. Posic path object is not callable. Get config.getRoot. What? This should return a config. Self.project root. Posic path is get config.get config equals get config.get. It's because why shouldn't it be a property? Should probably just be a function. Project root should be a property. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. Anyways. Okay, so we're injecting. Okay, so if we don't, okay. So if we don't inject boa, ready? If we just do this, this won't work because no main function for executing the script. Counter. Wait, what the hell? thought I had to inject BOA in here for this to work. Why does this? Okay, well, what if we just do all this shit? The module name src. Okay, so we need this for the src stuff. sys.path.insert. If it's not in syspath. So we're adding, okay. Directory will be the syspath. He's probably right. Do we even need this? I'm gonna remove it. Why did I do this? I thought we had to do this, but EMB is a singleton and I just am a dummy. That could all make sense. Okay, cool. That's all of his reviews. Okay, I think we're in the right direction then. Yeah. Oh. What do we need? Yeah, but let's just do the CLI tests right now. CLI. Test. CLI. Search files. Folders exist. Maybe we just do it here. From Gaboon. Init. Directory. Find product group from the new project. Find project root. Where is this now? This is now in the main. So we don't need this in. need the main here, right? Do need the main there. From constants, bars, constants, file data import, get attributes. It's fine for now. I run pytest-k or pytest s CLI. That's right. My projects, I need to ignore those. No. Oh. Nice. Yo, shit, that's fast. What the hell? Okay. That looks good. Okay, we have some tests. Gab compile, gab build. Okay. We don't have that yet. Let's add that in. Compile command. Do borrow. What we did already. Okay. We're gonna just grab this. Parent parser. Why did I do this parent parser thing? That's why. Okay. Let's do that here too. Got it. And then we don't need these. Just add this to all. Right. Parents. Do subparsers have that too? Yes. Okay. aliases build. Our parse. Def. Def convert to convert alias. Alias to command. Build. We probably don't even, actually, we don't even need that. Parse starts, blah, blah, running, blah, args document. Okay. If args.command, command to run equals get args.command. Command to run. And yes. Okay. Anyways. Compile. Aliases are build. Right. And that means I need a file.py. Okay. My project.out. Oh, build folder. Build folder. Out. From constants.vars import build folder. Build folder. Why do I need the project path? I think we just need get config. Project path equals okay, project path. That okay, so okay, build folder, contracts. Yeah, I know I'm on break. I'm gonna go check. I just don't want to lose my space. Build folder, contracts folder. See. project path dot join path contracts folder. Project path is none. Build folder. If build folder equals path build folder. Well, it should be a path anyways. Else. There is no else. Need a pass. A contract path. A build path. Build folder. Build folder. Project path dot join path. Build folder. Project path. Build folder. What if build folder is none? It's kind of stupid, but fine. File. Don't build folder. Just build folder. Contract path. Build folder. We already have the build folder. Build file. Build folder. Yep. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Gab. Huh. Cool. Break time. All right. So I'm going to write a test for that. A test for the above. All right. What up, y'all? What's the most challenging aspect of achieving scalability, security, and decentralization in blockchain, and can we overcome it? Excuse me. It's not one thing. It's a lot of things. I mean, there's like 18 different questions in this question. Yeah. I think education is one of the biggest ones. Just having people know all the different things that they need to know is like hard. So actually, hold on one second. My sound is a little messed up. Best. What the hell? Keeps adjusting my in audio a lot more than I want it to. Damn it. That's super annoying. Oh well, it is what it is. yeah, education, teach people all the stuff they need to know. How can we overcome it? Cipher Updraft, baby. And yeah, like creating products that are actually good, and not just stupid cash grabs. What is the exact roadmap for Web3 job? It is Cipher Updraft, my friend. That is the roadmap. Finish Cipher Updraft, then if you want to be a developer, go to a hackathon and buff out your GitHub with a ton of really cool projects. If you want to be a security researcher, perform very well on CodeHawks. That is the minimalist roadmap. That is an oversimplification, but that's the roadmap. Hey, what do you think about a course on Solana? It's not a bad idea. I just haven't had time. It's a little bit lower on my priorities list. You work full-time in crypto? Yes. Is Python good for Web3? Python is bae. Where do you hang out with your crypto-minded bodies? My basement, mostly. Yeah, GM. Hey, Patrick, thanks for re-uploading the Foundry 2024. You got it. You got it. I'm a beginner. How much time will it take me to learn the full Python language? I don't even know the full Python language, and I've been coding for years. You will never learn the full Python language. You will learn a lot of the Python language you can learn a lot of it in 6 months. Do you know the Vandal framework? No. GM Boss, is this Brownie or what? No, this is Boa CLI. This is new. Patrick's enthusiasm is the true backing of the A. That's kind of funny. Oh my god, I just opened YouTube and saw the new update. Thank you. A. I got you. That's off to you, sir. Hey, much appreciated. Thanks for dropping in and commenting on the stream, by the way. Helps me out. Really appreciate all you coming through, by the way. Yeah, it's tricky to bang out content when I'm trying to be coding all the time. Hey, why don't you give more information on flash loans and arbitrage bots? Because that shit's boring as hell, to be honest. Doesn't really make the world any better. If I create a ton of content on Flashbots. And so like the thing is like a lot of people are like, oh, like, dude, Patrick, just make Flashbots content. Just like teach me how to do arbitrage. And then everybody knows how to do arbitrage. All right, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.